There's a very specific feeling you get when you're told you're training a new starter. It's not fear, it's not excitement, it's the quiet internal sigh that says, right, I'm going to do my job today, their job, and everybody else's job all at once. Because training a new starter in retail isn't a structured, peaceful, well planned experience. It's chaos with a witness. And today I want to talk you through how to train somebody properly without burning out, snapping, or losing your mind. So most new starters don't remember the first thing that you teach them. They remember how you made them feel. So before you throw them into the deep end, you set the tone. Calm, steady, and human. You say simple things like, don't worry about getting everything right today, just watch, ask questions, and we'll take it step by step. That one sentence removes 80% of their panic. Because the truth is, the new starters aren't scared of the job, they're scared of disappointing the person training them. Retail is physical, it's movement, rhythm, instinct. So the best way to train somebody is to show them, and then show them again, and then show them again. Then explain what you're doing while you're doing it. Not a lecture, not a checklist, just real-time teaching. You scan an item and say, this screen here is the one that you watch. If it flashes red, it's usually a barcode issue. You walk the shop floor and say, we face products up like this. It has to be neat, tidy, and in straight lines. Tidy enough that customers don't panic and think we're shutting down. You're not giving them a manual, you're giving them a map. Then the hardest part is to let them try. This is definitely the hardest part for most retail trainers. You have to let them try and you have to let them get it wrong. You don't hover, as hovering can create fear. Fear then creates mistakes, and mistakes then end up in a meltdown. So you stand close enough to help, but far enough that they feel trusted. And when they mess up, because they will, you don't react with shock or frustration or anger. You just say, yeah, everybody does that, and here's how we fix it. That one sentence builds more confidence than any training manual that's ever been written. You also need to explain the why and not just the what. Retail makes more sense when you understand the logic behind the chaos. So instead of saying, put this here, you say, we put this here because customers look for it at eye level. Instead of scan this first, you say, we scan this first because it prevents the system from doing this. When people understand the why, they remember what. And they stop feeling like they're just basically following orders. You need to protect them from the chaos at first. New starters don't need to see everything on day one. They don't need to deal with the angry customer, the broken till, the stockroom avalanche, the manager asking for something urgent, the system glitch that ruins your whole afternoon. You need to filter that chaos from them at the start anyway. You need to give them simple tasks first, predictable ones that build confidence, because confidence is the foundation. Everything else is, well, decoration. And the shadowing phase is awkward, but you need to embrace it. Every retail worker knows the awkwardness of being followed around by a new starter like a lost duckling. They stand too close. They don't know where to put their hands. They apologise every 30 seconds. They write strange notes in the notebook, which you never see after day one. It's fine. You normalise it by saying, just stick with me for now. You'll get your own rhythm soon. Shadowing isn't about efficiency, it's about exposure. They're learning the flow of the store, the pace, the language, the unspoken rules. It's messy, but it works. Retail training can be emotional. You have to correct gently, but praise loudly. If you correct somebody harshly, they shut down. If you praise them genuinely, they open up. So when they get something wrong, you say almost like, try this way. Try it this way. You've almost got it. And when they get something right, you say, perfect. That's exactly what you needed to do. People learn faster when they feel safe. And they feel safe when they're not scared of you. Give them some responsibility, but not pressure. Once they've got the basics, you give them small responsibilities. Not the whole shift, not the whole department, just one thing that they can own and say is theirs. Maybe it's facing up a section. Maybe it's handling just simple transactions. Maybe it's checking stock on one of the quieter sections. Responsibility builds pride, but adding extra pressure will just destroy it. You're building a retail worker and not trying to break one. You need to know when to step back. There's a moment every trainer recognises. The new starter stops looking at you for approval. They start making decisions. They start moving with purpose. And they act like a part of the team. That's when you step back. Not completely, just enough to let them breathe. Because independence, well, that's the final stage of training. And you can't teach independence by standing over somebody's shoulder. Then comes the retail truth moment. Here's the truth. New starters don't remember every instruction. They don't remember every task. They don't remember every rule. But what they do remember is you. They remember whether you made their first week feel safe or stressful, supportive or overwhelming, human or robotic. Training isn't about creating the perfect employee. It's about giving someone the confidence to survive retail. And if you've ever trained a new starter, even badly, you've already done more than most people will realise. Training isn't easy. It's messy, unpredictable, exhausting. But it's also one of the most important things you do in retail. Because you're not just teaching tasks, you're shaping somebody's entire experience of a job. And if you can do that without losing your mind, you're already better than you think.